Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. It's gonna be a good one as always. We got a long one for y'all today. Probably like an hour, 40 minutes. I don't know, but it's gonna be a long one. So y'all buckle up and let's get right into it.
Got gas stations that's out here exposing on how much people are really struggling. The whole entire gas station, $10. $10. $10. Every pump is at $10. This one at $7. So inflation got so bad that people can't afford to fill their own tanks up no more. And then on top of that, gas is $5 a gallon. $10 only got them 2 gallons of gas. While inflation is high as hell on the gas, people can barely afford to buy it. Mr. T, we need you to change these high-ass gas prices. Change the price on food. Change the price on rent. Cause right now, as y'all can see, niggas is struggling. $10 is only getting them work and back. Literally with no extracurricular activities going on. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about people not really being able to afford gas in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. If you want to learn how to
I seen this
Tree is fighting for his life.
It's just crazy though, like how it's really fighting for his life. That is crazy. Nature is alive.
Y'all see this, right? And this is what I'm talking about by they are alive. The plants are alive. When will people realize and wake up and see that our planet is alive and has just much as consciousness as we have? And people really think that we crazy when we go outside and we have a conversation with a tree, or we tell them that trees actually have feelings, they actually have emotions. But that goes to show you that the planet is waking up. I wouldn't be surprised if the planet start fighting back now.
I wouldn't either.
2025, don't just think about taking shots of liquor, man. Y'all get you a spoonful of these papaya seeds. Just swallow them. Don't chew them. The parasites will stick to the papaya seeds while they're in you. They'll come out the other end. You know what I mean?
It's really 2025, man. It's about to be March already. I'm ready though. Ain't y'all ready for the heat? Nah, I'm tired of the cold. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready for the heat. How about y'all? I am.
Listen, whoever came up with that quote, if you do what you love for work, you'll never work a day in your life. They lied! They lied, man, because not only am I working, but y'all are working my nerves, okay? Let me explain to you the story of horse shit. Yeah, I own a media production company. I do videography, photography, audio engineering. I even make beats. Yes, I was making beats I wasn't beating, okay? I also do graphic design. That's where the bulk of my work is. Under graphic design, you got cover art, okay? Usually do that for musical artists, most of the time, rappers. A rapper by the name of Rasta Stacks hits me up, okay? He's a cool guy. I love his energy. He's a good dude. Now, I said, Rasta, what do you need? He says, I need a cover art for my new song coming out. I said, okay, Rasta, what's the name of the song? He says, Horse Shit. Okay, Rasta, what did you have in mind for the cover of Horse Shit? He goes, yeah, okay, listen to me, all right? Get into my head. I want a horse on a big old ranch with mountains in the background. But I want the horse to be shitting money. And then I want to be standing next to the horse pulling my dreads. So that's what I did, because I'm good at my job. I got the job done, mission complete, right? Yeah, that's not where the story ends, all right? Because after that, I posted it on my social media and on my websites, and other artists have hit me up with an even crazier request, okay? An artist hit me up recently and goes, hey, I need a new mixtape cover for my new mixtape coming out. I said, what is it called? He said, The Makings of a Goat 2. Now remember the 2 because it matters. I said, okay, cool. Is there a Makings of the Goat 1 that I could see to kind of base the concept off of that? Or did you just want to do a whole new concept in general? He said, there is no makings of a GOAT 1. I said, but you just said makings of a GOAT 2. Where'd 1 go? He goes, oh, that's because I got an older brother and he the GOAT. So I'm the GOAT 2. I'm the second GOAT. So that's why it's makings of a GOAT 2, because he the first GOAT. I said, okay, because I kind of understand that, because both my brothers, they the GOAT too. I rock with that idea. Okay, cool. Now tell me what you had in mind for the mixtape cover for makings of a GOAT 2. He says, okay, I want a toddler, right? Peeping through a door and seeing 2 goats fucking. You want a child to witness that? What are you talking about? He goes, listen, you gotta get into my head. It's a metaphor, all right? The baby that's peeping through the door, yeah, that's my older brother seeing my OGs do the dirty deed. That's the makings of a GOAT. My older brother is watching the makings of a GOAT. That's why it's makings of a GOAT too, because I'm the second kid. He hasn't paid his deposit, so I'm not sure if we're actually going to go through with this. I hope he does, so y'all can see me get it done. But anyways, PremiumStudio.com. If you need photography, videography, graphic designs, audio engineering, or if you even need beats. Apparently, if you need anything, because apparently I can do anything, just hit me up. Listen, whoever...
That's dope, man. That made me want to get back into that graphic design stuff.
Bruh gonna tell me he still ain't got my bird seed. It been 2 weeks. I said, I bet. Yeah. I'm finna go get my haircut, and when I get back, you better, hey, hey, man. I'm sorry. And don't be sorry, be careful. You feel me? My fault. So I said after the haircut, I'm finna come back. Bruh gonna tell me he still ain't got my...
What a bird really look like he getting a haircut, though. This was funny.
So you can stand up and cook. Oh shit!
She got caught.
Now here we can show off on a budget. Go ahead and get some cheap cups and put foil over top and poke holes in them, because we sick of that big hole in the middle. If you want to just throw it back, it's a little easier. Or you can make a sprinkler out of it and go ahead and throw it on your guests and have a little party, a little shower. Ain't that fun? Now go ahead and get yourself some key light thing and put it in between the door. That way if somebody try to bust in, that thing will hit the ground and make all this noise like this, ting-a-ling-ling, and you'll probably hear it somewhere in the house. Now, get your passport. Make sure you put foil on there. Wrap it up real good. And then you want to throw it real safe. Throw it safe in the freezer, because ain't nobody cooking the rest of the vacation. So ain't nobody going to look for it in there. It's very secure. Now, your cabinets, you don't want everybody eating up all your snacks. So put tape on it, along with those corn holders. You know how we talked about the corn holders before? Look how secure that is. See? They ain't going to take nothing. Now you want to go over to the outlet and ask the outlet, is it already for everybody to come to the party? Now you go ahead and make the face that you just saw the outlet with, and see if it's the same. If it look like this, oh, you know they ain't supposed to be there. Now go ahead and get some toilet paper and put it in the dishwasher. Now go back and pull it out. Don't turn it on and then be surprised that it ain't wet. Oh my goodness, look, it's the... Now here we can show off on a budget.
Judge, you know you cannot. Good job, baby.
Yo, nah, she was doubting him. She was really doubting him. And he's...
Judge, you know you cannot.
What? Why are you looking at her like that?
Oh, did y'all get y'all superhero powers yet or what? Y'all remember a few years back, everybody was online talking about you gonna get your superhero powers, you gonna be flying through the sky with your capes and shit, saving the world like Spider-Man. Okay, maybe they didn't really say that, but that's what they was implying, which is why so many people was laughing. I mean, I didn't laugh per se, because I know exactly what they meant, no matter how they tried to describe it. What I'm noticing now when I'm doing my consultations, a lot of my folks' gifts are coming online. Guess what? They shook. Yes, scared of themselves, scared of their own gift. But you know what? I'm not shocked about that, because as a society, we've been taught to watch the shit in movies. We just can't fathom the fact that it could actually be us that they was portraying in those movies. Like, some of us actually have some of these abilities right now. Let's talk about the different gifts and see which one resonates with you the most. Make sure you get in the comments and let me know. Are you clairvoyant, which means you're a seer? Like you see things in your mind's eye, like visions, symbols, spirits. You could also see it with your physical eyes too. Let me give y'all an example. Have you ever visualized somebody in your mind's eye? You've never seen this person before in your life. Later on, you go somewhere and see this exact person you visualize. Gifted. Or you think about some random place. Once again, in your mind's eye, you ain't never been to this place in your life. Then randomly one day you pull up to the same exact place you visualize. Ain't no such thing as coincidence, baby. That's your third eye showing out. Let me tell you how to work with this gift if you have. Start paying attention to everything that you see. And then I want you to get something like a journal so you can record. Or you can start recording voice notes in your phone. You gotta know these are messages, not hallucinations. You are not going cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Next one is clear audience. So these same messages, you hear them. Or you can hear music or voices. I'm talking about internally. It's gonna feel like this is happening externally. An example for this one, and I know we've all probably experienced it. You ever hear somebody or something call your name? I mean, you sitting there looking dumb as hell talking about, yes? What? Did you call my damn name? And ain't nobody there. Or you hear a song playing in your head. You just bopping along. Nobody can hear this shit but you. Then boom, you get in the car, turn the car on, and that same song playing on the radio. That's your spirit team, either your higher self or your ancestors trying to get a message to you through that song. You keep trying to shake it off, talking about, it's just a coincidence. Child, we know it ain't no such thing. Stop the madness. Now, how you gonna work with this gift if you have? Sit your ass down. Sit in silence. Meditation is the key. I mean, to all these gifts, meditation is the key. It'll literally help you strengthen this gift so you can distinguish between the outside voices and your internal voice. Your internal voice is your higher self. Or your ego, you gotta know which one is which. Are you clairsentient? That means you feel things. This means you can feel energy, emotions, or even clear sensations, like physical sensations that aren't yours. So you walk in a room and you immediately catch the vibe. I'm talking about whether good or bad. This is before anybody even open their mouth. Like, you so gifted to the point where as soon as somebody open their mouth, you can feel in your body when they lying. Or you get chills or tingles when certain people are around you. And I already talked to y'all about the sneezing a lot. That ain't no anxiety. That's your intuition reading energy. You can work with this gift is to stop ignoring your gut. Because you know that's your first mind. So if you feel something, go with that feeling. You need to do some grounding exercises too. So walk your ass barefoot. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. Meditation. You can also deal with some crystals that absorb negative energy. So black obsidian, tourmaline, whichever one you desire. Because you're going to need something to make you stop feeling so overwhelmed. When you feel people's energy, that shit can take a toll on you if you don't know how to alchemize properly. Are you clear cognizant, aka clear knowing? Like, you could predict events before they happen. You know how sometimes I get on here and I give y'all downloads of things I think is going to happen? That's a great example of that. You can instantly meet somebody and know their whole vibe before they even speak. Like, you could read their whole life story to them. Or you over here giving out advice that even surprises you. You like, where the hell I get this from? You didn't even know you knew that, but you did. Make this gift stronger by journaling your insight. When you get that second knowing, do not second guess it. You didn't get that thought for no reason. Now, these two gifts are not as talked about, but a lot of people have. Clear gustance, where you can taste something that's not in your mouth. Or clear aliens, which is clear smelling. You can smell some shit that's not even there. If you sit in there suddenly and you get a big back urge and you smell or taste your grandma's pie, even though it's nowhere to be found, yeah, most likely you got one of these gifts. Or you smell cigar or cigarette smoke to remind you of one of your ancestors, but they done went on to glory about 30 years ago. That spirit making contact. You can strengthen this gift by acknowledging the sense and taste when they come up. And then go ahead and speak to the spirits that are connected to them. Make sure you know how to discern properly though, because there are tricks to spirits. You would just ask the spirits what they want you to know because they have a message for you. Or are you a medium? Do you naturally connect to the spirit realm? Like, you legit communicate with the spirits and ancestors. You dream of somebody who has passed away, they give you a message in that dream, and it turns out to be true. You feel spirits around you or even hear them speaking? Or are you one of those people that randomly blurt out messages to people and you don't know where that shit came from? And I'm not talking about one of them annoying people that just talk the talk. I'm talking about you blurting out something to them that they need to know. Message being passed to you from the other side for them. If you have this gift, you might have to set some boundaries with spirits. I know a lot of people joke about this shit, but that waking up at 3 a.m., especially when you a medium, that's real shit. Don't nobody want to wake up at that time every day. Also, meditation and protection rituals will be needed with this gift for sure. Are you an energy healer or do you heal with your hands? Like, you naturally channeling healing energy through your hands. People may always tell you after you touch them that they feel so much better. Get your mind out the gutter. There's other ways to touch people. That could be a hug, a pat on the back, a handshake, just holding their hand. Your hands heat up when you focus on someone's pains or emotion. I know for me, my shit be clammy like I'm in the ocean all the time. If you have this gift, you might want to explore something like Reiki, actual energy healing, or just practice intentional touch. You're going to do this with people who you know need healing. Be real mindful of this, because you just don't want to go around touching everybody. Energy transfers through physical touch, through many other ways too, but definitely physical touch. Your gifts coming online, they meant to be used. Fear just comes from misunderstanding. The more you embrace and work with your abilities, the stronger your gifts will become. Fear not going to give you shit you can't handle. Instead of running from them gifts, you better own them. Like I said, let me know which one resonates with you the most. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Yeah, man. I definitely, a couple of them resonate with me. That's dope, man. I guess the superpowers ain't gotta be like the movies all the time, but hey, man, we definitely got superpowers. For sure. Even having an imagination, that's a superpower in itself.
What if I told you your dream life already exists in another timeline? Let me introduce you to parallel reality tricks so you can manifest just like a quantum jumper. Number 1, choose a version of you that already has what it is you desire. See, and this is the beauty of the multiverse. There are multiple thousands of versions of you that are living your dream life on multiple timelines simultaneously right now. Now that you've chosen the version of you, write down what they do, how they feel, and what they think. This will give you a clear path of what to embody. Number 2, align with their habits today, right now. It don't even have to be big. Even small shifts can create major changes. And number 3, step into that reality. Absolutely embody this reality every single day. Keep in mind that every decision you make is either going to reinforce the old you or reinforce the new you. So while doing this practice, you can't be identifying with your old self because you're trying to quantum jump to a new version of you. I go a lot more into detail about this in my ebook, The Parallel Reality Shift. It teaches you exactly step by step, literally, how to manifest like a quantum jumper. So if you're serious about manifestation, I suggest you go invest in that $9 ebook. The link is in my bio, and keep in mind, if I can do it, you can do it too.
What the fuck? What is that? Is that real? What the fuck?
The authenticity is the highest frequency on the planet because you can only activate it by way of self-realization. Self-realization is a spirit of Melchizedek. Spirit of Melchizedek is Tahuti, Thoth, Enki, Enoch. When you understand the mythology of all those constructs, it's going to put a threat on certain people who are basically NPCs. It's going to send a threat to the threat detection system, which is connected to the neurological faculties, basically going to give them a propensity to go against you, or they're going to, not believe what you say, or they're going to castigate anything that's basically propagating authenticity. The authenticity is the highest frequency.
These are 3 of the most useful trees in the forest. Number 1, white pine bark can be peeled and folded into a watertight container. These can be used as a basket or to boil water. The resin from pine trees can be used as a makeshift band-aid, or it can be added to a tinder bundle to start a fire. The pine needles are full of vitamin C and can be used in a tea. Number 2, birch bark can be used to make all sorts of bark baskets, sheaths, and even clothing. The bark is water resistant and highly flammable, making it one of the best fire starting materials. Birch can also be cut into strips and combined with a resin to create a band-aid in the woods. Birch sap can be tapped similar to maple syrup. Number 3, balsam fir bark is often covered with tons of blisters. You can pop these blisters and they will exude a sticky resin. This resin can be used as a liquid band-aid or it can be used to start fires. The new growth of fir in the springtime is edible and can be dipped in chocolate. These are 3 of the most useful trees in the forest. Number 1.
Who are these steps made for? Giants. You like giants.
Man, I gave this woman 16 years of my life. She done had a baby on me with my granddad. 16 years, man. I had a baby with my granddad.
Man, pray, man.
I did. I done prayed.
Hey, I know the heart, see, when you feel it,
Right.
you make you do something.
Right.
And then, I'm just saying, man, I feel you, man. I feel
Then she
you.
going back and forth, helping him get to the doctor and his appointments and everything the whole time. Dude, yeah. Then she's so stupid, man. You know, they end up having twin baby. And she called me on the phone to my son, I gotta keep one, he gonna keep the other one. I said, man, you stupid for real, man.
What the fuck, what's she on?
I don't know what she on, man. She gotta be on something, man, cause this girl, for the last 2 years, yeah, the last 2 years, man, she
You ain't did nothing to her,
man, I had to, thank God I did.
It could have been another way. And then you your life could you be in the penitentiary somewhere or something like that. Or that, I'm just saying, man, just think through sometimes you like go to the park somewhere.
Right.
Do your walk around things.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have to say.
Yeah. I say that's the most devastating news I ever got in my life, man. Then y'all had twins.
Not just one.
Yeah, two. Yeah, man, that's stupid, man.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. Hey, stay strong, man.
I'm gonna stay strong, bro.
Bet that.
Man, I gave this woman 15 years of my life.
He's what it is, what it is. Stay strong. Y'all know I gotta throw the funny clips in there, man. Where is he at?
It's time for me to go to bed, dog. I need more rest. This nigga done went to the end of the damn world. That was it. That's it, bro. On all the video games, it ends just like that. That's it. That's crazy as a motherfucker. You done made it out there. We always wondered when the fuck this bitch was ending at. There it go.
Somebody said this is AI. That's crazy. If AI made that was real.
If you read the Adam and Eve story and don't see nothing wrong with it, I can't help you. Watch this.
Adam and Eve ate from the tree of what?
The knowledge of good and evil.
Right. So before they ate from that tree, they didn't have an understanding of good and evil, did they?
But they were given the command not to eat from that tree.
So, see, here's the thing. I just asked a very specific question that's going to expose the flaw in your thinking, and instead of answering it, you answered a different question. So here we go. Before they ate from the tree, did they know right from wrong?
No.
Okay, if they didn't know right from wrong, how could they possibly know that it was wrong to disobey God and eat from that tree?
If I tell my child not to do something.
I'm sorry, Marjorie, your child already knows right from wrong. Adam and Eve did not know right from wrong. How can you punish someone for doing something wrong if they didn't know it was wrong?
Yeah, just let that marinate in your spirit real quick. If you read the Adam and Eve story and don't see nothing...
He got a point, though. He got a point.
Okay, I'm going to try and explain a spiritual point of view for what's happening in the world. Some of you will get it because you're awake. Some of you are maybe going to get bits and pieces. Maybe you're in the middle of the road and not quite sure yet what's happening. And some of you, it's going to go completely over your head. You might call me crazy and you might get really upset. It's not my intention to upset you. It's my intention to get you to use your brain, that big, beautiful brain that God has given you, to think deep, to have eyes to see and ears to hear. Here goes. You are a spiritual being, one with God, in a human body, having a human experience. There's one creator, and that creator is in absolutely everything you see here, including you. This means that you have the power of God on the inside of you to create a life that you want to live. And it is not my place to judge. It is not Joe or Susie's place to judge. You have been given free will to do with this life what you want. Some people decide to live this life in joy and peace and love and harmony and unity and love and light. Some people decide to stay in the middle of the road where they're not quite sure what all this spirit talk is about. They don't necessarily believe in complete hell and damnation, and they just kind of like live their life in the middle, and that's okay too. It's your life. Some people choose to live on the dark side. Some people choose to use the power of God for evil. The ones that have been in control for so long have been using the power of God against you as evil to keep you down and to keep you controlled. So they can take everything you have, treat you like doo-doo, take your children and hurt them. They want to live in their guilty, sinful pleasures and control you. That's what they've been doing. The light, we as humanity are trying to ascend. We're trying to come together in unity. We are trying to evolve as a species. In order to do that, the light has to come and shed the light on the corruption of the evil of all of these people that are using God's power to hurt humanity. And that creates a huge shaking, which is what's happening right now. There is going to be a mass awakening. There needs to be a mass awakening for humanity to jump up, for us to evolve and to ascend and to jump these timelines. Now, some of us are already jumping timelines. There are a lot of people jumping to a higher timeline, which is absolutely incredible. And if you don't know what that means, please go take some time to research. My whole point here is the light is here. More people are waking up to the knowledge that you are one with God, that God is in you, and you are love and light and peace and harmony, because that's what God is. God is love. They have used God in the complete opposite way to keep you controlled. And Jesus came here to tell you that. And if you want me to go deeper on all of that, I can. I can talk hours and hours and hours on Jesus. So, anyway, I hope that we can all come together. I hope that we can all understand that we have God in us, and God is love. God is love.
That's how the system works. Everything you could ever ask for, you could ever have now, or ever ask for in the future, you already have right now. You already have all of it. You simply are not experiencing it. Because everything that has ever happened is happening now, and ever will happen is happening right now. And so it is for you merely to reach into the sea of infinite possibilities and call forth the reality you choose now to experience. And you do this through 3 devices mainly: thought, word, and action. That is, what you say, what you think or believe, and of course what you do. That's how the system works.
There are persons that are on the planet now that are the cycle breakers. They're the ones that are breaking the mold of their family line. They're the ones that are breaking the patterns that came through their family line. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they're the ones who actually came and actually have the ability to feel all the pain from their entire lineage. Everybody else was numbing and dumbing down the pain, numbing the emotional trauma, numbing it down, keeping it as a family secret, pretending it wasn't happening, hoping that it would disappear. And it was just being passed down the bloodline. What's happening now, which is part of the whole awakening process, is that there are a group of people that are here on the planet now that are feeling everything from their entire bloodline. And they're feeling it so they can break it, shut it down. It looks like a mental health.
And they said
they've decided, hey. And to people who are looking on, especially in their family, they're going to say, oh, you are mentally unstable because you are not willing to suppress this pain like your grandmother and your great-grandmother and everybody else did. You are not willing to. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. So we really have to be very careful about how we look at mental health within the context of the awakening. Because some of the people that are experiencing all of this is because they're the ones, buck stops right here. I am not taking this. I am not passing this on to my child. I am going to rebel. I'm going to act crazy until y'all get it. There are persons that are on the planet.
What I'm talking about. Yeah. You gotta live in your truth, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 pictures up, okay? So first and foremost, this picture is cropped, but this is Kim Kardashian and a photo she just released recently. This is Bianca Sensori. Kim Kardashian in the recent picture. Bianca Sensori. Kim Kardashian. Bianca. Now.
Same people.
I'm not gonna say she's doing it on, come on, bro.
It literally baffles me that people are just getting this now, that Kim Kardashian is Bianca. They're the same character.
I'm gonna put 2 pictures up, okay?
They look just alike. They might be, I don't know. That's interesting though.
This is what happens if you put your feet into wet socks before you go to bed. It might sound strange, but putting on cold, wet socks before bed is a powerful healing hack people call magic socks. Here's how it works. When you put cold, wet socks on your feet, it causes your blood vessels to constrict. This triggers body-wide circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to your organs and boosting your immune function. This therapy improves circulation, promotes healing, and supports overall health, all while you sleep. Here's how you do it. Take a pair of cotton socks, soak them in cold water, and wring them out. Then, put the wet socks on your feet. Next, cover them with a pair of wool socks to lock in the warmth. By morning, the cotton socks will be dry because your body worked hard to warm them up. Try this for yourself and make sure to share it with your friend who keeps getting sick to help them with their immunity.
I'm good. I'm not doing that. I can't even sleep with socks on. No, I'm good.
Check this out.
What we discovered in science and neuroscience is that the brain doesn't create consciousness. It downloads consciousness.
And that's what a lot of these Rosicrucians talk about, getting these ideas from, are downloads.
Yes.
They talk about getting downloads.
Correct. Downloading is real. When I took that course at MIT in applied neuroscience, Dr. Tara Swart was the professor. That's exactly what we were taught in the class.
Really?
Facts. And I have her on podcast that I did with her talking about this. We did a whole workshop together, a private class together called Spirituality Backed by Neuroscience. I'll send you a link to it.
And this is taught about at MIT.
At MIT.
Spirituality taught by neuroscience?
Spirituality backed by neuroscience.
Backed by neuroscience.
Bridging the gap.
Exactly. Because the science is the background explaining what's happening on the spiritual side. What they've discovered is that the two go together. They're not to be separated. Exactly. That we're understanding now that in the quantum field, the quantum field and the mathematics is literally explaining spirituality. And spirituality is a result of what's happening in the quantum field. When you separate it, you're lost. When you put them together, you get the answers.
Exactly. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Check this out.
What we discovered in science.
This is the dark truth behind Valentine's Day that nobody is talking about. Valentine's Day was originally a Greek and Roman celebration called Lupercalia. And on this holiday, it was used to celebrate the god named Pan. How they celebrated this holiday is they would 187 goats and dogs and walking in the streets clobbering women with the dead skins of the animals they sacrificed. They would come together and put their names in a hat, and the name that they pull out of the hat, they would have a cheek clapping session. How they changed the name from Lupercalia to Valentine's Day is this man that's sitting behind me right here. Yeah, Saint Valentine's, which was a saint that was protecting the young people of Rome spiritually by getting them married. And the Roman Catholic Church didn't take too fond of that because they didn't want their man becoming too weak by getting married. And because of them actions, he was 187. And somehow they took him being martyred and made that a holiday. Be aware who y'all giving y'all energy to on these holidays. Let me know what y'all think about the truth behind Valentine's Day in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Yo, holidays is just so like it's just energy, y'all. It's just to get you like to feel emotion. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. For real.
A distraction is a sign that whatever you're doing is working. Why would something try to take your attention off of anything that you were not capable of achieving? See, it is time to change your perspective. Every time something tries to bring you negativity, every time something tries to lower your self-esteem, every time that person from your past wants to come back in, that is a sign that whatever you're doing right now is helping you level up, is helping you grow. A distraction will never come into a place that has no potential in the first place. So don't keep asking why you. When you see a distraction, when you see someone trying to come in and ruin your peace, be happy. Because why would they try to ruin something that wasn't there? That means you have something. That means you're headed somewhere. Don't let the distraction stop you. Let it motivate you to keep on going. And be happy that they're even trying in the first place.
Women
Stop hustling and start creating. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Work, work, work. Never take a nap. Never go to sleep. Work 48 hours. Then you find yourself burnt out, tired. You mad. Everything is expensive. That's because you're trading too much of your time for money. Everything is expensive. Women, stop hustling and start creating. That is where your money is. That is where your happiness is. That's where you're going to stop existing and start living. Start creating. Break the cycle. You're in a cycle of hustling. Soon as you get the money leaves just as fast. Don't know who to trust. Can't trust your intuition. Can't trust your gut. Your natural instincts as a woman. It's time to start creating. Get in that creation frequency. Break the habit. I had to break the habit years ago. I was hustling, doing hair, cleaning, Airbnbs, Instacart, this, that. And then one day I said, you know what? I have to break this loop and do something different. You're going to have to do something that you never did before. I got a full YouTube video in my bio called Stop Hustling, Start Creating. Women, this is for you.
That's what it's about, creating. You gotta create something, like, you gotta like create something that bring you a money flow, basically. That's it. Whatever it is. Art, starting an Instagram page where you just talk. You gotta create, man. You gotta make films, your own short films. Like, you just gotta be creative, man. And the internet, we're in the internet age, man. You have to use it. Use it. Or let it use you. For real. Gotta use the internet.
I would say that evil is stronger on this planet right now than good. That's unfortunate to say, but it's true. How many people do you honestly know are fulfilling their path in a truly authentic way, are not motivated by greed or lust or temptation, that are able to fully trust in the divine source that they have an honest connection to? I honestly can probably list
one hand for me.
100%. And you see a lot of people. So that tells us how far we truly are from our natural paths. I want to do what I came here to do on this planet. And if that means I got to remove what came before me, the things in my lineage, I had a 7th generational lineage bleed through, meaning on my mom's side, 7 generations back, the women of my bloodline were all very powerful and they used their power for evil. And I've always felt that in my energy. 1 degree shift and suddenly I'm moving for the wrong reasons. I've always felt like I want to pursue why I came here so badly. Like, it's in my cells, it's in my blood. But that fine line would have tipped me over if I didn't clear that generational bleed. I would say that evil is stronger on this planet.
Do things alone. You don't need a friend. Go check out that spot alone. Go have lunch alone. Part of the education that you need to learn is how to show up alone and trust that you can handle it. It's not just what you learn in the books, it's what you force yourself to experience in life. Don't let loneliness or clinginess to your friends or insecurity get in the way of you doing things. Not only can you do things alone, you need to do things alone. Walk into a room alone and introduce yourself without any friends or a partner standing there like they're your supporter. The more you do it, the faster and stronger and more confident you're gonna be. And it is a skill that's gonna bring a lot to your life, including making more money, being more confident, enjoying your own presence alone in public without worrying about what everyone else thinks. Do things alone.
Welcome back, Big Bat. First, you're a UFO saw.
Come on now, dog. You got a whole permafrosted rat in there, fam. Cockroach done took off running. It's survival of the fittest, buddy, in there running fades like 4 extra. Shoot, boy, you find some big bags, boy. I wouldn't want to eat nothing either if my fridge looked like that. You got a whole failing ecosystem in there, my brother.
Welcome back.
Yo, that is the... What is you... Clean up, man. He making me mad like that, dude. That is...
AI is taking over
disgusting.
everything. So one thing you need to keep in mind is that AI can't cut hair, it can't cater, it can't cook food, can't braid, it can't plumb. AI can't fix a computer itself. like the hardware of a computer. So you got to keep in mind what's going to mean something in the future. How can you lock a job that's going to be foolproof from technology taking over, right? Because we're moving into a time where AI is taking over everything. So you got to really ask yourself, what do I want to do that artificial intelligence can't take over? It's not going to leave me unemployed. It's not going to leave me broke. And a lot of the shit's going to be hands-on. It's going to be stuff that a human could do. And that's what you need to focus on, because it's going to take over everything. It's already taken over everything. People are getting laid off and fired left and right. So you have to keep in mind, what am I going to be able to do 20 years, 40 years from now that a machine cannot do? AI is taking over everything.
I don't know how many people still believe this, but we all sign spiritual contracts to do certain things. And one of the greatest things we were supposed to do, unite and leave this planet. The spiritual contract we signed was love. We all came here to try to understand what is unconditional love. Once we get unconditional love, we are supposed to travel through the cosmos, travel to the sun, different planets, different realms. The reason why it seems like the world is so fucked up is because we're not supposed to be here. We are supposed to be traveling the cosmos or traveling the oceans. We were supposed to meet our creator. Once we meet God or our creator, we were supposed to learn everything about this galaxy, and we were supposed to be watchers. We are dealing with different realities. We've been on the third dimension for so long that we forgot that the second dimension is supposed to be in the third dimension, and we're supposed to go to the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. Our reality is just like school. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. But if we keep failing, we're going to be stuck in the same class. Never understood what is unconditional love, so we got stuck in the third dimension. Now the life forms from the second dimension, AI, is now living in our reality. It's not that AI is taking over our reality. We're supposed to be in a different reality. If we never understand what is unconditional love, we're going to always be here. When I say always, I mean always. Anytime we hear about aliens, interdimensional beings, let me tell you something. Those UFO spacecrafts that we see, they once walked the same planet as we did. They just understood that they was on a mission, and that mission was love. Once they accomplished their mission, they traveled the cosmos. And guess what? We were supposed to do the same exact thing. So while these robots are living on this planet, we supposed to be flying in spacecrafts. And when these robots see us, they're supposed to say, oh my God, like, look at the aliens. They're gods. They're coming back to save us. Give us guidance. Give us information. How to live. What to do. What not to do. The sun is the real flower of life. It is a portal. But the only way we can travel through the sun, we need invitations. We have to be invited. And since we don't have unconditional love, nobody want to be around us. All we do is argue, compete, fight, who's smarter, who look better. Like, the fuck is that? Who the hell want to be around someone like that? All you want to do is debate and argue. If you look at the reality, it's all about competition, right or wrong. But when you get mad at AI, just remember, our universe is like a school. We have to pass the grade to get to the next level. Of course, it's more to the story. If you want to know more, check. I hear so many spiritual people tell other people that they have to kill their ego. Never do this. You have to understand this right here. If you try to kill something, it has no choice but to fight you back. Just think about it. If someone try to hurt you, what you gonna do? Defend yourself. Fight back. You have to understand that your ego is a part of you. It's actually responsible for you waking up. If not for your ego, you will never wake up spiritually. Once you go into a deep meditation, the first person you should speak to is your ego. Let your ego know it has a purpose. You have to let your ego know that it's no longer in control. You served your purpose, but now it's my turn to take over. It's one thing that we forgot about everything when we came here. We really believe that we are the physical body. Yeah. In this matrix, we are nobody. There's one thing we forgot about this whole matrix. We really believe that we are the body. You have to tell your ego this. We are nobody. Nobody, because we came here to ascend out of the physical body. Remember, truth will never die. And if your physical body can die, then it's not the truth. That's why this matrix always have us picking a side. Up, down, left, right, good, bad, devil, angel. We did not come here to be good or bad. We came here to be the observer, to understand what is good and evil. But every time you pick a side, you are actually putting more weight on your physical body to weigh you back down. The only way you can ascend, your heart must be lighter than a feather. So every battle you take on, you're weighing yourself down. Everybody you try to save, you're weighing yourself down. Same reason why they have us sitting around waiting for a savior. Waiting for a savior. This is your spiritual journey. If someone come and save you from it, it's defeating the purpose. Just think about before you woke up spiritually. Who the hell kept you alive? Your ego. Everything in life have a purpose. Your ego was put there so you can activate your spiritual stuff. But if you try to kill it, nah. You're going to kill a big part of yourself. Once you overstand your ego, you will overstand your spirit because they are all connected. The people that control this world or this matrix, they overstand this. Let me tell you a secret. One of the most powerful words you can ever use is no. When you start telling people no, you take back your power and you start destroying the matrix. When you say no, you are turning on the spirit within your body so it can take back over. You have to tell your ego, get out of the driver's seat and become the passenger so your spirit can drive you from now on. If not, you're going to always be lost. You're not going to know how to say no. You will always say yes, yes, yes. Learn how to activate your spiritual body. I'm on the internet, so it's on.
That's what's up, man. It be seeming like he reaching, but he be making sense. I ain't gonna lie. Real.
There's the eye, there's the six-pointed star, there's the step pyramid, there's the winged disc, and there's bloody Saturn. Therefore, you look at religions and secret societies and Satanism, they're worshipping Saturn.
And their holy day of worship, called Sabbath Day, which means Saturn, is Friday night and Saturn Day. And Saturn is the Lord of the Rings. He's the first one you go to. He crystallizes your soul into physical matter.
Symbolic history of Saturn. In many of the first ancient priesthoods, worship Saturn as a god. In Greek mythology, Saturn was Kronos, the child eater. He was the father of the gods and the god of time. This is where we get the word chronology from. To the ancient Romans, Saturn was the god of plenty, the harvest, renewal, wealth, liberation, and dissolution.
There's the eye, there's the 6 point.
Bro, I feel like this just be making up these stories. Like, was those even real people? You know, it's just making up stories from what they seen. You know, like, that's what I think it is. I don't even think they was like how they really depicted in them books for real. But what do I know, man? I don't know.
Hey, watch this video if you surrounded by low vibrational people.
You do when you are in vibration with the laws of the universe, but the people around you are not.
If they are not in harmony with the law and they don't understand all this, keep studying. You're going to find that eventually you're going to wander away from them because you don't have anything in common with them. And you're continually trying to reject all their energy. You're going to attract to you the people that you're in harmony with. Mikey, I've worked with you for almost 10 years. I've watched your life change like night and day. You rarely hang around with any of the people you used to hang around with. Some of them never. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Now, you see, most people say, well, I don't want to leave them. You don't have to. They'll leave you because they're not comfortable around you. If you're always positive and somebody else is always negative, they're not comfortable around you. You're going to attract people that you're in harmony with. Now, just don't focus on their negativity. If you think they're negative, then when you're thinking that, you're in a negative vibration. Just understand they don't understand. Forgive them for they don't know what they're saying.
Hey, watch this video if you surround.
Something weird is going down at the weekend's concerts. This girl literally filmed herself crying because of the energy that she felt in the crowd watching this show live.
Another plane just crashed. This time, it's the
Another
Navy.
plane?
I don't know, but I think they trying to make us scared to fly for some reason. Because when I go on the internet, I keep hearing people saying, I don't want to fly no more. I don't want to fly. I want to ride the bus. I don't think no one should be afraid to fly. But I do believe that we should understand what's taking place. This is all connected to the age of Aquarius, an air element but controlled by the water. It's no need to get on an airplane and look like this. Stop it. Remember, fear feeds the beast. Never forget that these people have to tell us what's going on. but they're not going to use language. They're going to use symbolism. We have to understand that the Navy is surrounded by all water. Every time you hear about water, they're speaking about birth. When a woman is pregnant, her water must break to give life. So when this Navy crashed into the water, they're talking about giving birth, new life, a new world. Pay attention to the language. Navy. We know when a baby is born, the umbilical cord is connected to the navel. We had a Navy, we have a naval. They lied to us and told us we had to get baptized in order to get saved. That's BS, because we are all baptized inside of the mother's womb. You notice the Navy is surrounded by all water. Inside of the mother's womb, the baby is surrounded by all water. The Navy is symbolic for the navel in our stomach, because the enemy understands that the umbilical cord is really the tree of life. They are giving birth to a new world. You ready for this? They was trying to tell us in the movie Avatar, Way of Water. Please pay attention to the words. We have the Navy, we have the naval, and we have the Navi. Navi, Navy, naval. They are giving birth to a brand new world. Please go back and watch my old video. I break everything down for you. We're going to keep hearing about these airplanes over and over because we are going into the age of Aquarius, which is an air sign. Just think about all the activity we had so far dealing with the sky. We had the UFOs, the UAPs, the drones, all in the sky. Now these airplanes are crashing. They are trying to tell you, without telling you, that the age of Aquarius is now here. In order to make this new world manifest, they have to use sexual energy. How many people know what this is right here? What if I told you it's a deeper meaning behind this image? The key represents the penis and the hole to the lock represents the vagina. Once you put the key in, it unlocks or gives birth to a new world. Once again, I'm on the internet, so it's only so much I can say about this topic.
Yo, he really be breaking it down, huh? That is crazy. That these, I feel like it been airplane crashes. Why? It's like they just really promoting it now. Right, they just seem like they're just promoting it more. Maybe they know something is coming. That's what it is. Maybe they know something is coming. So I guess Kanye and Bianca then separated. I don't know how true that is. Does it look like they still good? If y'all don't know, Kanye West is a snake, right? And she's a pig. And in Chinese astrology or numerology, whatever it is, in that realm, the snake and the pig basically is like enemy signs, basically, in Chinese zodiac sign. So I guess there's something bad gonna happen between them. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, something's coming for sure.
You love being yourself, and it's gonna be. Do you be yourself and make sure that you love being yourself, and it's gonna be roadblocks, it's gonna be tribulations, but always remember this is a life experience. Accept the experience, appreciate the experience, and learn how to move on from things that don't serve you well. And find your journey, respect your journey, and love it. Do you be yourself and make sure that you love.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. And then they make it look all like make it trying to look all good. That is so nasty, man. Dang, that is nasty. When you really know the background and the backstory on things, it really changes how you want to eat for real.
This is one of the freakiest stories out of the Matrix I've ever heard.
Menugate, have you heard of that? Menugate? This man,
Check this
his name
out,
is
y'all.
Cody, lives in Atlanta. He walked out of his apartment one day and noticed every single door in his hallway had a Chinese menu in the doorway.
That's not exactly the weird part. Check this out.
3 days later, still there in every doorway. All of them. And he's like, what in the world? It's like 3 days, everyone in my hall has not opened their door. And then it was like 5 days, still there.
Where is everyone? This is where things get really interesting.
It's like 5 days, still there. He's like, this is weird. So he went down to the parking garage and looked at the cars. And the majority of the cars in the parking garage were covered in dust. And he's like, that's weird. And then he's like, okay, this is like freaking me out a little bit. Went through his whole apartment building, couldn't find a fire alarm. Finally, like went down like one weird hallway or whatever, found one, pulls it. And supposedly there's supposed to be 800 people living in this apartment building. No one came out.
This is either a Truman Show occurrence or we're actually in the freaking Matrix.
Supposedly there's supposed to be 800 people living in this apartment building. No one came out. He went out into his local little nook where his apartment was. And every like coffee shop and place that he went to, there was always one man in there wearing a suit talking on the phone. He said these men were all saying the same thing into the phone.
Let me know what y'all think was happening. As always, thanks for watching.
They finding worms and Rice Krispies now. You probably just ate this shit, huh?
What the fuck is that? Okay, so I just went to go eat this Rice Krispies treat.
Not the Rice Krispie treat.
And as I was chewing it, I noticed it was like crunchy in a weird way. And now I'm noticing, like, what are these things inside of it? What is that? It looks like it has worms.
Because he's not. Nobody's better than you. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I'm not to sound arrogant. It's because I know who I am. I know what world I stay in. And comparing my art, you can't. Like, I can't compare my art. If he's the main character in my world, then I'm a secondary character. No, I'm living as the main character in my vision because this is what I see every day. I don't see him every day. He's just a part of a chapter. Don't let these fuckboys dictate your future. Be yourself at all times.
Everything on this planet is dealing with curses and spells, and it starts with the English language. They say what you speak, it will manifest because our tongue is like a magic wand. So every time we celebrate Black Lives Matter or Black History Month, we need to understand the word black means death, deadly, disease, a virus, a plague. I am not saying that we represent death. I want people to understand that we are not black. I keep telling people that we did not come here to have no spiritual experience. We are really in a spiritual battle. We are going to war with the jinn. If you notice, Disney always put the truth in our face. We grew up watching Aladdin, but we had no idea that this was a jinn that was locked away. The jinn is part of the demiurge. The demiurge is the one that created this matrix. Not only that, they created every holiday we celebrate. Tomorrow, people will celebrate Valentine's Day. You ever ask yourself, why is there an angel shooting an arrow in your heart? Well, I know if someone shoots you with an arrow in your heart, you're gonna die. When we celebrate Easter, they are telling us reproduce, bring more children to the matrix. More children or people we have in the matrix, it can always feed off our energy. When you celebrate New Year's, you are telling the jinns that we are happy being stuck in a circle. When you celebrate your birthday, that is a ritual of you blowing out your eternal lights. Every time you say it's my birthday, that means you are going all the way back to when you was born again. When you celebrate Christmas, you are telling the jinns that you are happy being possessed by their material items. You notice when you die, they put you in a coffin and bury you under the earth. Same reason why your possessions is in a box under a tree. It represents death. When you celebrate Thanksgiving, you are telling the jinns that you are thankful for them giving you another prison cell. The jinns was locked away because they was doing dark magic rituals on everyone in the universe, so this became their prison. These life forms don't have no heart, so they was put on Earth because Earth is the heart. So these life forms became the ruler of the Matrix. They created all kind of sports. If you look at the football field, do it look familiar? It looked just like a big ass ruler because they are the ones that's watching every move we make. I kept trying to tell people that we are in year number 9. When they did the Super Bowl ritual, Kendrick Lamar came at Drake because Drake is number 6 or the 6th god. Everything on this planet is about duality because every time you make a choice, your next choice will erase the choice you just made. The reason why you can't see the jinn is because they are made out of smokeless fire. Fire don't have a shadow. They control everything in the Matrix. For more information, check out my ebook.
I ain't gonna. He just messed me up with that one. I didn't never knew that. Fire doesn't have a shadow. What? Nah, I gotta go try. But anyway, like it seemed like every holiday got its own energy to it, right? Every holiday, except for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they almost seem like the same. I don't know, but every holiday got its own energy to it.
You've been lied to about the pineal gland. The pineal gland is not the third eye. Keep swiping if you don't want your mind to be altered, because this is going to blow your mind. Pineal gland has phytoluminescent crystals on it. Radios use crystals. Crystals and radios are used to receive frequencies. Every radio station is playing on a specific unique frequency. All of the radios are playing in the air right now. The radio uses crystals to tune into that specific frequency, which tunes into a specific radio channel. Your pineal gland is the same thing. God is pure consciousness. We are all extensions of God's consciousness. Each one of us is a specific frequency being picked up from the source consciousness. 00.1, 00.2, 00.3. The pineal gland is a radio receiver for your individual consciousness. Essentially, we are all God experiencing itself in a physical form. The third eye is the mind. You look with the two eyes and you see with the inner eye. This is what gives you perception. Do you not know that you are the temple of God? Corinthians 3:16. You are all the I am, the eye of consciousness. I resembles the number 1, which is one line. Number 1 is the only true number. Everything goes up in ones. You've been lied to about the pineal gland.
So apparently this castle, Prague...
Yo, this building, like, how are they building stuff like this? Right? They had too much time on their hand, man, for real. That's crazy.
Castle was built in the year 880, which I can't even begin to work out how many hundreds of years before the first power tool that was. And this castle is 250 meters above sea level. So what I'm expected to believe is that the good people of Prague got all these materials.
Look how detailed it is, though. I'm sorry. It's just look how detailed it is. They was just really about their stuff back then. You feel me?
Materials was 250 meters above sea level before electric motors even existed. So horse and cart, and then they did all this with hand and chisel. You've got to be taking the piss, mate. So apparently this castle...
Someone said, yeah, people used to be way smarter and capable. For real, man. They was on they stuff, man. They was about they stuff, man. For real. Like, the way it's so detailed, like, you know that took some time to build. For real. That's dope.
5 signs your spirit is warning you about someone or something. Don't pass over or try to ignore these feelings. It may cost you. Let's get into it, family. Number 1, a strong sense of unease or discomfort when interacting with this person, even when there's no apparent reason. Number 2, repeated thoughts or images of this person come into your mind that are unsettling or concerning. Number 3, you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, like you can't be yourself around this person, or a tightening in your chest when you're around them. Number 4, you uncharacteristically, I'm going to say that again, uncharacteristically, find yourself actively trying to avoid this person or avoid contact with this person, even if it seems illogical. And number 5, you've had visions or nightmares about this person. 5 signs your spirit is warning you about someone.
Yo. I don't care how many times Unc wash it out. I'm not drinking it.
I'm not either.
Bruh, I done struggled so hard before, but I never struggled like that. Whew, that's deep in the trenches, boy. I go to your house and I see that, man, I might just start giving you money for no reason.
Nah, giving you money for no reason is crazy. And then he got the top ramen, a pizza. I know that pizza box because I be getting the pizza like, what? Nah, this is funny. You couldn't even pay me to drink out of this. No, I'm good.
One thing about it, 2 things to show and 3 things to know. Did you know the last thing to shut down when you're passing away is your hearing?
For real.
Number 2, you know who created the chainsaw? It was 2 doctors. You know why they created it? To help mothers giving birth. The chainsaw was to literally saw through their pelvic bone to help them during childbirth. And number 3, right now in the US of the A, there's over 2,000 known serial just walking around at the grocery store, just everywhere. And that's just the ones we know of thus far. Can we call Hotch? Can we call JJ? Can we call Reed? Can we call Rossi? Can we call Derek? Somebody. We have too many unknown subjects just running amok. One thing that
Dang, the chainsaw with to birth a baby? That's crazy. Like, what? I gotta do more research on that. Make sure y'all do your research, man. When y'all watching these videos, don't just believe everything you see, you know. But I gotta do more research on that one. That's crazy.
All right, y'all. Don't panic just yet, because this might not be what we think it is if you and I are thinking the same thing. Are you guys aware of what's been happening with Greece? So if you guys don't know, Greece has been experiencing what they're calling earthquake swarms. Within the past 2 weeks, Greece has experienced over 10,000 earthquakes. Look at this, y'all. And these earthquakes are in the 4s and the 5 range. Those are medium-sized earthquakes. Yo, the whole island of Santorini is shaking constantly every single day, y'all. They just had a pretty big one yesterday, a 5.3, and they don't know how long this is going to last. This thing is still shaking. A massive emergency has been declared for Santorini and the surrounding islands that surround. A massive emergency has been declared for the island of Santorini and its surrounding islands. So thousands and thousands of people have already left. So this is what the map looks like, all right? As you can see, over here is the focal point, but it's literally hitting everywhere, y'all. You know what they said? They found some electromagnetic disturbances underground and in the sky. As above, so below. You can see the island is shaking. Look at that. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. So back to the birds. So this was in Greece, y'all. The birds are telling us something. What are the birds telling us? Because this is a code. This is a long forgotten code that we probably knew how to read back in the day, and now we don't know how to read. Do you guys imagine something's gonna go down? Please let us know down in the comments below, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this.
Y'all, another day, another plane crash. What the fuck is really going on?
It's crazy.
This is like the 5th crash that has happened in the last 3 weeks, y'all. They throwing the bait out, man. They trying to see who they gonna catch. I'm telling you, something is going on. So this was a U.S. Navy Growler fighter jet that crashed into the San Diego Bay near Shelter Island. So per reports, they say as the plane was heading down, both pilots ejected themselves, where they went into the water and they were rescued by a sport fishing boat. So this incident happened at 10:15 in the morning, and witnesses said they seen the jet take off before it descended rapidly into the water. So when it crashed into the water, it caused a large oil spill. So crews had to go to the scene and had to hurry up and try to contain the spill. So as of right now, the cause of the crash is being investigated, and people are trying to figure out if the military were doing drills. Right now they got boats and everything around the surrounding area because the plane is still submerged in the water. Y'all, another day, another Kanye West, once a billionaire, once an icon, now the most controversial nigga on the planet. But this time, he may have finally went too far, y'all. This man dropped Nazi merch on his website, y'all. His own agency cut ties from him. That website that he made, that he posted a merch on, is shut down. Even his ex-wife Kim is now putting rules on how he can see his kids again. Did Kanye plan this, or did he just burn his empire to the ground? Okay, let's rewind. So we already thought Kanye had hit rock bottom, right? Adidas dropped him. Balenciaga cut him off. Elon Musk banned him from X. He lost his billionaire status overnight. But instead of stopping there, Kanye went even further. If y'all want to watch the whole video, make sure you go.
Listen, like Kanye going through it again, right? Kanye always going through something, right? I swear. He always going through something. Let my boy live, man.
God damn, I gotta take a God damn, I gotta take a
Why was that so on point, bro? He said he said that was too that was too smooth though. He did hit that move. I ain't gonna lie.
Is the internet being controlled by something else? The dead internet theory suggests that what we see online, content, comments, even conversations, isn't human. Instead, it's generated by an AI system so advanced that it has created a digital civilization of its own. Well, you see, the theory is that artificial intelligence has become so advanced that it will just mimic humanity as a way to exploit humanity, deciding what trends, what divides, and what distracts. Some believe it was born from early experiments in artificial intelligence, quietly growing until it surpassed its creators. Now, it thrives in the shadows, using bots and algorithms to manipulate everything from politics to personal behavior with us humans not knowing the difference. So is AI acting alone? Or is it working for something else? And is the internet being...
Honestly, I did hear about that theory, the dead internet theory, and I think that is a real thing, and I think that's going to be more pushed too eventually. Because we going to an AI world. Like, everything is, you know, that AI world is definitely becoming more advanced by the day, you know. But that's crazy. Like, you could be, somebody can be commenting on your video, and it's probably not even somebody real. You know, you having a whole conversation with an AI, and getting mad, you know. So you kind of just do whatever, man. Don't worry about what people saying, for real. Just do you.
Типа замерзший мамонт, вот Биви не очень. Он, сука, хоботом шевелит. Вон он. Волосатый хобот. О, ну он сволочь шевелит им. Я уже испугался сначала, думаю, что это за сволочь?
Silenced by the elites. Know the only truth.
Are they purposely trying to mind control us with cartoons? Watch this.
This is how babies are secretly getting drugged. In fact, see for yourself.
The elites are really starting the programming at a very young age now. This kid was almost fast asleep, and then his program woke him right up.
Kids watch Cocomelon, they enter a trance-like state due to the usage of constantly changing intense colors which are very high in contrast. In fact, they are the same tactics used in emergency notifications and ambulance sirens to demand attention. Shows like these experiment on babies by showing them two screens where they play their show on one screen and simple everyday activities like nature or pouring a cup of coffee.
So basically, they're using experiments to see which mind control works best.
Unfortunately, parents are far too busy and turn to quick fixes like Cocomelon to get kids to stop annoying them. But remember,
Thanks
that
for watching,
babies'
y'all.
brains
Stay
are still
weird.
developing at this stage, and you don't want to turn them into zombies.
Are they purposely trying to mind control?
I feel like kids shouldn't even be in front of no iPads and none of that, man. Like, no, they don't need that, especially if they 5. Like, I get it, you want to get them occupied, keep them occupied and stuff, but I don't know, that stuff is not. I know it's not healthy at all.
You want Domino's pizza?
Yeah, I want Domino's.
Okay, there you go. There go one. All right, 6-5 to the board. There go another one. You happy? There go Domino's pizza. There you go. Big 6 to the board. Huh? Fish and bread, keep the poor man fed.
Hey, you should just ate that pizza. I ain't gonna lie. Why you doing that? Why is he doing that? He really pulled out dominoes. Wait a minute, man. Y'all follow my Instagram, man. I've been posting on Instagram. Check out the Instagram. I'm gonna put it in the link in the description. Check it out.
If you're using AirPods, your brain is being attacked by electromagnetic radiation. Your hair is an antenna for the nervous system, which picks up frequencies and energy. Radiation from these Bluetooth devices are destroying your nervous system. It's also destroying the energy field around your body. Every cell in your body has an electromagnetic field. All of these cells come together and form the overall electromagnetic field. Radiation from these devices are causing inflammation in cells, which then causes your field to become weaker, which then causes your body to become ill. It is said that the strength of the field is directly correlated to the health of the body. Some studies show that illness shows up in this field before it manifests in the body. Therefore, illness may not be something that we catch. It's the result of us lowering our frequency to match the frequency of illness. That's why in this book, there is a frequency for every single illness that exists. By listening to the frequency, we're healing our field, which will then heal our physical body. If you're using AirPods, your brain is
A chosen individual is able to see who a person is before they ever want to reveal themselves truly. And the problem is, because you're so empathetic, you're gonna let this person into your auric field because you feel as if you can heal them when whole time they never wanted to be healed. You gotta think, most people walk around with their first eye unactivated and cannot discern flesh from spirit. This is why you can look into a person's eyes and already see that they are not there. This is the prime example of your ability to perceive non-playable characters, aka bots. No cap, it is so important for you to understand your abilities in eye gazing. And this is the reason why our parents subconsciously told us to always look a person in their eyes. Because that will always let you know a person's true intentions with what they want from you. You gotta understand that third density consciousness is something that we left back in 2019. This war is going to require you to think beyond your normal capabilities and perceive things higher. A chosen individual.
The entire world is going through a historic shift in vibration, ascending spiritually from the third dimension to the fifth. The 3D is the physical world in which we live and is known to everyone. The 5D is the non-physical world that is experienced by the spiritually awakened. In the process of spiritual awakening, your senses are heightened to adjust to new frequencies. The world is awakening, so the creation of the new earth can begin. The earth is going through an ascension, and so is the physical body. Ascension is the process of raising your vibration, shedding your ego, and shifting into an elevated level of consciousness. The entire world is going through a historic shift in vibration, ascending spiritually from the third dimension to the fifth. The 3D is the physical world in which we live and is known to everyone. The 5D is the non-physical world that is experienced by the spiritually awakened. In the process of spiritual awakening, your senses are heightened to adjust to new frequencies. The world is awakening, so the creation of the new earth can begin. The earth is going through an ascension, and so is the physical body. Ascension is the process of raising your vibration, shedding your ego, and shifting into an elevated level of consciousness. The entire world.
When family members pass, it means that something great is about to happen in your life, and you need guidance from the other side. What's up? In a weird way, when Scott LaRock passed, he was killed in the Bronx. That's when my guidance started. When you have a parent that may go, a brother, a sister, a son, it's painful to deal with, but you have someone on the other side now that you can communicate with. I mean, what a great privilege that is to have someone on the other side that's outside of space and time. Appeal to that person, talk to them, leave his favorite food out, his favorite drink, leave it out, let him know that he exists.
Wow.
And you'll see the guidance. It's ancient. Africans been doing this. We never understood that, ever. That we never understood. We always knew our ancestors were on the other side. They just wasn't with us physically, and one foot in the spirit, one foot in the material. When family members.
That's dope, man. Death is definitely like, man, that is. Everybody gotta go through it, and you just gotta, you gotta experience that. And you just gotta look at it almost from a positive state, But definitely have to grieve, man, because that is not easy at all. And it's, when someone gone, they're gone from the physical realm, man. Once that avatar is gone, then that avatar is gone. That's it. Their energy live on. It's dope. I like that message right there, man. I like that.
So let's talk about ancient trees. Believe it or not, the trees we see today, they really like bushes. The trees used to be so huge. We had giant trees all around this realm, and they ended up getting cut down by the invaders of this realm. And now we left with the stumps. And people look at the mountains and shit like that, thinking those are mountains, but those are the stumps of our ancient trees. If the states existed back then, animals could travel the whole United States, jumping through the trees. Real shit. Some of us used to live in the trees and all that shit, bro. They showed us this in Avatar. We used to live in the trees. Imagine 10 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. That's how tall some of the tree was. So let's talk about ancient trees.
Dope.
Believe it.
Honestly, I think that's how it was something like that, for sure. Dang. It's just like, sometimes I wish I could just go back, but we in the present moment, You gotta enjoy the present moment.
The difference between your plan and God's plan looks something like this. You could be out there planting the seed, working so hard for something, and might have your mindset on a particular goal. And everything might just be going all right. And then it get blown away. And then what happened? God multiplies what you've been doing already. But I know a lot of people out there right now, they can't even get to this point, because as soon as the storm comes, they give up. They walk away from this field, not knowing if they would have stayed down, that a whole forest plentiful of fruit that was waiting for you. Only thing you have to do is stay down. And this is what I mean by you can't see what God got planned for you. The only thing you got to do is grind and have faith that the Most High got you. So the next time your plans don't go how you wanted them to go, just know God got a better plan, something that you can't see. A whole forest waiting for you. But y'all comment below, when was the time that
you are God in disguise? This is why the word divine is dive in, because you have to dive inward to connect with the divine, the consciousness. Within is high twin, because within you is your true twin, which is your reflection, your mind. Listen is silent, because you have to become silent to listen to the inner consciousness. You are.
Let's talk about Lyran star seeds. Yes, the feline star race. So what is a Lyran star seed? A Lyran star seed actually is from the 12th dimension. And if you're somebody who really embraces cats, like if you have an affinity to the goddess Sekhmet or Bastet, or if you've just always kind of had different feline spirit animals, whether they're like lions or leopards, that kind of stuff, or tigers, it's very likely that you might have an affinity with the Lyran constellation. And it's not too far off because a lot of human DNA originates from Lyra. Lyran DNA was utilized to seed a lot of the beginnings of the human race. A little bit about Lyran starseeds is they are kind of like this royal sort of bloodline. And there's even something called the Royal Houses of Lyra. And the planet of Lyra, before it was blown up, and I'll get into why it was blown up in a little bit, but before it was blown up, it was a beautiful, abundant planet. You know, there was no lack or scarcity. It was just abundance everywhere, and there wasn't really like a fight for resources. That wasn't a part of the Lyran consciousness. However, one day, an invading star race was traversing the universe, and this invading star race was named Draco. And I'll do a more in-depth video on the Dracos and what I know about them. But basically, you know, the thing about Draco is they had excellent technology. They have like cutting edge spacecraft, like super, super high tech. That's what they're really good at. And so these like really big, humongous spacecraft that, you know, Lyrans have never seen before, they're kind of like, Lyra was kind of more of like lush greenery. Yeah, definitely more nature based, you know, but lots and lots of abundance. So anyway, Draco constellation, the folks from there, a lot of times they like to do the whole like colonizer thing. They saw Lyra, they came across it, they're like, ooh, we want this. They got lots of food, they got lots of this, they got lots of that. We need some of that. And basically Lyra was like, wait, hold on. What? Like, and basically like things apparently just escalated really quickly with them. And next thing you know, they're fighting wars because Draco's like, no, we want to take your stuff over. And Lyra's like, I don't think we want that to happen. But Lyra was not really prepared for what Draco was bringing. They weren't prepared for all of the like high-tech weaponry that they had. They were just kind of chilling and enjoying life. Does this story sound at all familiar? Does this story sound at all like stuff that humanity has experienced on this planet? So just kind of think about that. You know, one thing led to another, and the planet of Lyra was blown up. And, you know, this planet resides in the 12th dimension. So there are a lot of Lyran starseeds today. And a lot of the role that Lyran starseeds have is to reclaim not only the 12th dimension, but Lyra also has affinities to the 10th and the 11th dimension. Now the 10th and the 11th dimension are occupied right now. You know, Lyra used to have like a full reign of 10th, 11th, and 12th. But the 10th and 11th are occupied by invaders at this time. And so, you know, a big role that Lyran starseeds have on this planet is to reclaim these dimensions, right? And basically restore it back to the law of one. The law of one is basically just this concept that everything derives from source. There is no need to kind of do a greater than or less than or like master or slave. Like, we are all one. Like, that's kind of their motto. And so if you resonate with the numbers like 1111, a lot of times that is like a calling card, an intergalactic calling card to remember the law of one, to remember Lyra, to remember what the 11th dimensional Stargate used to be, and to reclaim it. And what else can I say about Lyrans? Very leadership oriented, very regal, very much kind of like into luxury. But I will say if you are a Lyran starseed, you might be somebody who, like, you embody abundance and you embody luxury, but you might not like actually fully have it like in the material plane right now. You know, it's like it's a part of who you are, but it might not be a part of your bank account right now. That's not always the case, but A lot of Lyrans have this feeling of like needing to reclaim their birthright, needing to reclaim their lineage. So that's that's my spiel on Lyra. Let me know what y'all know about Lyra, and you can put it in the comments. And let me know if there's any starseed lineages that you want me to go into in more depth. But yeah, Lyran starseeds in solidarity. If any of y'all are out there, sending y'all lots of love.
I honestly, I do believe that these like different beings they be talking about, like these reptilians, Lyrans, all of them, man. I believe that they exist. Honestly, my home planet, I miss it. Do people really feel like they are Lyrans? I don't know. How many of y'all feel like you're a different being or something?
There's other beings and other star constellations on other planets, people. They're looking like us, meaning they got legs like me, upper body like me, but the head of a goddamn lion. But there's a group of advanced civilized beings, and they are on our side. They the good guys. They're on our team. Very, very powerful. They look just like us, but they have the head of a female lioness. So imagine a lion without all the mane. And their women have these heads as well as their males on their planet. And if you go look at Egypt, you'll see hella drawings of these beings on walls.
Y'all gotta get used to seeing animals mixed with gods. Cause that's finna come soon for y'all to see again. Like you see it when you look at ancient Kemet. You see it with the Anubis and these different, but you thinking they just designs. But these Kemet, like I say, these people are looked at as the most advanced beings amongst your civilization down here. But they are not. It'll get way more advanced than that. But what I'm saying is the ancient Kemet, do you think these people that designed the pyramids, the designers of pyramids, that they would just sit there and just draw motherfucker half god, half lion head for no reason? If they didn't see these beings, you think they was just painting shit on the wall, nigga? They just finger painting, huh? Now they just simple-minded beings. They just finger painting. No, they was vibrating even higher. You see how big them statues is over there in Egypt? That's how big they was when they made the statues. That's why the statues that big. The tallest we would get was up to 150 feet. We was huge. We was on higher frequencies, higher dimensions, fam. Higher frequency, higher dimensions, family. Facts, nigga. Facts, nigga. It is a magical realm. And I'm trying to tell you that, like listen, family.
This is definitely a magical realm. You got fruit that grows from trees. If that ain't magical, I don't know what is, man. That is not. You got water that flows and keep flowing. If that ain't magical, I don't know what is, man.
You have no clue what you have been deprived of. If you could only see how the world was before 1492, y'all would tear this bitch up right now if you only knew what you have been reduced down to. Like down here on this planet, the pyramids is one of the greatest inventions they talk about. But the pyramids is nothing compared to what, if you only knew what y'all have done. Your ancestors, you all have accomplished so much. I'm talking to all my black and Latino people that's watching right now. Gods and goddesses, youth, old, whatever. Y'all don't know what y'all is. You have accomplished so fucking much. You have done so much. Them pyramids ain't shit. With all due respect, them pyramids ain't shit compared to what we have done. Like I say, we created everything. Right? And you don't.
It's other beings and other stuff.
It sucks, man, that we fell this far in frequency, man. Like you can tell that whatever they had back then, man, they was living it up. They wasn't worried about no bills. They weren't about their next meal. They was just living it up and using superpowers, and I can just imagine like how great it was back then, man. Dang.
Tap water under the microscope.
Tap water under the microscope. Let me see. See how that look.
Spirit is an electrical field around your body. A spirit is a spiral. Thoughts and emotions are frequency, and this determines how strong your field is. Why do you think you have this spiral on your head? It comes from this field. The Holy Spirit can enter you when you gain elevated states of emotion and positive thoughts, and mental control over this electromagnetic field. Higher vibration your emotions are, the stronger your field is. The stronger your field is, the more impact you have on manifesting your own reality. When your field vibrates highly, you have more energy than matter, which has influence on matter because matter is created from vibrational frequencies. Armor of God in the Bible is a strong electromagnetic field which protects you from the devil's scheme, which is negative energy. Devil is the deveil. You deveil yourself by doing the evil, which is a low frequency. Raising your frequency allows you to pass the veils into the higher planes of consciousness. Meat and all these chemicals are in the food are keeping you stuck in low vibrations, so it keeps you stuck in third dimensional awareness, keeping your mind stuck to the physical plane. Religion has externalized all of the things about yourself so that you never find the true power of you. Comment that gets 0.
This is the truth about snakes. Everybody in their lifetime is going to encounter a snake friend. Somebody who you thought that had the best intentions for you but ended up doing you the most grimy way. Now, the snake friend stems from the Lucifer energy. Lucifer energy is the bad energy that disguises itself as good energy. It can come as people, opportunity, anything to make you fall for that illusion of light, illusion of good. That energy will dress up as good so it can get closer to you. It's more dangerous than the bad energy, so that's why when you come across this, you're about to go up. Because that bad energy has to come stronger, it has to get closer. End of the day, it's still a part of the cycle of life. It's still to teach you things. Good and bad goes hand in hand. So with you being a good person, you have to come across that bad energy. The reason why they say it's new devils for new levels, because it is. The more that you go up, it's the more that you'll be coming across these snakes and getting these opportunities that look good but hurt you in the long run. You'll start attracting all these females or all these men that seem so perfect but will cause you so much trouble. That Lucifer energy, you have to start being aware and start being patient on your decisions. I love y'all.
Your favorite celebrity might just be a reptilian. Pay very close attention to his mouth. That's not normal behavior.
No, it's not.
It's like he doesn't know how to be a human.
That look crazy.
Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. That's.
Look at the
I
eyes.
don't
Look
know
at
any
the
human
eyes.
that can do that with the eyes.
He said with the.
And then her, I don't know what her case is.
Someone said that's a Snapchat filter. That's a Snapchat filter.
If you can
homie.
explain what's happening to that woman, please let me know in the comments. The facial movement and the eye movement is not normal. And this is really freaky because that's not regular distortion. It's like almost like her skin is changing. The cameras might be able to pick it up.
That's not a filter. I don't know about that one. That's not a
Your
filter.
favorite celebrity?
That one looked too real.
This is the
Thought this image was very interesting. I seen this earlier on Facebook, and I had to share this with the people to get your opinion on it. I personally believe it. I believe they do use geometric shapes to actually bend this holographic light code simulation to their will. Terrence Howard actually made mention of straight lines and certain shapes and how these shapes weren't supposed to be in this particular realm. How everything initially was curvature. They spray the sky with chemtrails that are filled with barium and aluminum. If you look at barium on the periodic table of the elements, its initials read out BA. If you look up aluminum on the periodic table of the elements, its initials spells out AL. When you put them together, it's no coincidence that it spells out Gaw. These are things they do in the realm to amplify the satanic influence. These methods of approach and attack are all dark ritualistic practices from secret societies. They understand sacred geometry and things of that nature. They know how to attack us on an esoteric, magical level. The thing about it is I've seen certain people laughing and undermining it as if it's ridiculous or something of that nature. People with that ideology are sleeping on an enemy. They don't understand the depths of dark magic and things of that nature. They don't understand it. Thought this image
For real, bro. It get deeper, man. These people are using dark magic, all type of stuff on us, man. They even using certain sounds to affect your mood. Like they go so, man. They are evil. Whoever is in charge of this system that they got running, They are some geniuses, and they some evil geniuses. That's what they are. Evil geniuses. Yup.
Working means you were a king. You are no longer a king if you are working. Talking, you're either a tall king with your words or a small king with your words. Words are swords because words are frequency, and frequency is the only thing that penetrates your body without your consent. That's why the Bible tells you life and death are in the power of the tongue. Divine is dive in because you dive inward to connect with the divine. That's why Michelangelo put God in the brain, because the kingdom of God is within you. I is the all-seeing eye of consciousness, which is inside of you, which is your intelligence or your ideas. I is the Roman numeral for one, which is one line, because we are all the one consciousness. This is why Jesus says, be still, meditate, and know that I am God. Not Jesus is God, the I am within you is God. You are the temple, the all-seeing eye. Thank you for 1 million followers. Use the code WISDOM for 40% off. This
dude is dope, man. He always breaking down stuff like a cool way. And it be making sense too. I'm not gonna lie.
It all makes sense now. If the U.S. or if the Leviathan did wake up like this big, huge creature in the ocean, that would make sense. Everything would make sense then. Y'all, so stay with me. And this is for entertainment purposes only. This is just me thinking. This is hypothetical. This is all what ifs. That's all. What if human trafficking is them feeding the Leviathan, this thing, this whole time? Like, what if those spices and things like that, the reason why we can't find the peace is because they're feeding it to this creature? Like, what if they've been feeding it to this creature the whole time? Like, and what if the new sun and the sun the whole time was like a heat lamp? Like, what if we're in like a big aquarium? I know, like on a mass scale. It doesn't feel like that because we're humans and we feel like we know everything, technology, and so smart, right? But what if we are like in like a fish tank, so to speak, and like we're just food. We're food. But even though we're just food, we have adapted to the ways of the world. Like, we still live in our lives, cars and all that, but the government knows. And they have to, they can't say it. They can't be like, y'all, it's a big creature that we kept him at bay for as long as possible, but now he's surfacing. And a lot of people and I heard about, like I said, the underwater volcanoes that are happening. Maybe that's what's making him come to shore. And also the other fish and all that stuff are also scared of him. But also the overfishing could be causing not enough fish to be in the ocean to sustain this major, big, huge monster beast thingy. I'm sure that it has to eat a lot. And if other animals aren't getting fish, then he's not getting it either. I also feel like this is why I feel like the earth is like, at this point I'm like, is it earth or is it flat or round? But I do feel like it's flat. Only because I feel like the earth is way bigger than they're telling us. I don't feel like it's a closed, big, flat globe like they've been feeding us. I really don't now. I think it's a big ass long plane, like maybe like endless. Like, I don't know. I see like it's just not ending, like a flat ass plane or whatever. Now the firmament to me now feels like a cage. It feels like a dome. It feels like somebody just put a lid on it, and we're trapped inside with this big, humongous beast that's a pet to something even bigger that we can never understand. With that being said, yeah, we still got to go to work. Yeah, we still got to go pay bills. And I think that's where all these clones are coming from, too, to make us seem like the world is really, like, just going along regular when it's a whole motherfucking Godzilla that's about to attack us at any moment. And it's always been a Godzilla that was about to attack us at any moment. What if this was the Bermuda thing the whole time? Bunker. It all makes sense now. If the
He on to something. He on to something.
So we just discovered another monolith. This one is in Las Vegas. This was the last one we seen, and it was back in 2020. The 8-foot tall hollow metal structure that mysteriously appeared in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, unexplainably. But these aren't the only monoliths. This one was in Romania. This one was in California. And this one was in Turkey. This one has strange letters on it, and I haven't been able to translate. So my question is, who is putting these there? What are they made of? What is the purpose? And how did it get put out there? Because the locations of all of these monoliths are far away from roads, And they are in places that cars can't go. And this is a big ass structure. In 2020, whenever we seen this one, it seemed like everything turned up. The pandemic, wars, all that shit. So I'm wondering, is this gonna start some crazy shit like it did in 2020? Or is it just something that's interesting for us to talk about? I don't know. It's mysterious. No one can explain it. They ain't been able to explain the last few. So, yeah.
Wildest celebrity conspiracy theories. Beyonce's pregnant stomach seemed to fold on itself, creating rumors that she was wearing a fake belly and actually hired a surrogate to carry her child. Stevie Wonder is not actually blind. People say what gave it away is when he tried to catch a falling mic at the White House in 2010. Kanye West's mother was actually sacrificed, which he actually admits himself. I don't even know if this is a conspiracy or him just admitting it.
I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing.
Some celebrities live multiple lives. A long time ago, very rich and famous people were given the opportunity to join the Illuminati, where they got their DNA and memory extracted and saved so that when clones were made of them, they can then use that vessel to live forever, over and over and over again. But what do you guys think? Do you believe any of these? And follow, because part 2 is...
Cleaning your teeth ain't the only thing you can do with toothpaste. And if your grocery cart look like this, comment real. I got a special book for you.
How powerful is toothpaste? You won't know until you see the last one. 1. Rice and toothpaste. Mix them to make super glue. 2. What to do when your white clothes turn yellow after a summer. Put the clothes in a basin. Add 5 centimeters of toothpaste, a little bit of salt, an appropriate amount of laundry detergent. Soak in 50°C warm water for 10 minutes. Gently scrub it. You'll have a new piece of clothing again. 3. Toothpaste and white wine. Brighten and remove rust. 4. Towels not clean? Put the towel in the sink. Add 1 centimeters of toothpaste, salt, white vinegar, and laundry detergent. Add 50°C warm water. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Gently rub it a few times. The towel will be clean immediately. 5. Toothpaste and laundry detergent. Eliminate stains on mesh shoes. 6. Add Sprite and toothpaste to a bowl. Mix well and pour into a spray bottle. Spray on the wall where kids have drawn. Wipe and it's clean. 7. Open the toilet tank lid. Take a tube of toothpaste. Cut a small hole with scissors. Put it in the toilet tank. This keeps your toilet clean and fresh for a year.
We literally be consuming cleaning products. We need to get away from the processed foods, bro. Get my ebook. This ain't a game. Cleaning your teeth ain't the only thing.
That's crazy, man. Just when you thought you was doing something good for your teeth, no, you're not. But it's like everything's messed up, man. Everything they taught us is not the correct way at all.
Just showing you how every single one of your reactions, no matter how big or small, has a mass effect when you're talking about the universe. And what we have behind us is what you would call the domino effect. The first domino is 1/2 inch, and it gradually gets bigger until it reaches 3 feet, 150 pounds, which is the largest domino. And what that small domino represents is the words or the actions that you think are not that big. That argument that you thought was not that big. You stealing something minor, you thought it was not that big. Totally oblivious to the chain reactions that happen from the things that you think are not that big. And now you in a situation to where you can't understand why you always having major things happen in your life, which is the same process that trees use to develop. And see, a lot of people, they see the tree, but they forget that it started from a small seed. So be mindful of the little things and the little situations that happen, because the domino effect can lead to something major. Let me know what y'all think about.
That's real, man. That is so real, because you think what you saying or what you thinking ain't gonna manifest, but it happens, man. That's why you gotta be on like a different wavelength. Real.
When I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, that's when I was watching the TV show. And for some reason, I was just attracted to watching stuff about vampires. And then lo and behold, my whole work environment is around energy vampires. But let's just get into me standing up at the cash register. And this woman walks in. And before she even walks in, she stands at the door and she stops. It's literally people coming in behind her, but she stops right at the beginning of the door where you can't push it open. So the people are standing right there just like, hey, can you keep going? It was a line, and then she was standing in the line while I was taking the register, and she walks off and leaves, told him to stand right there, and she grabs the cotton candy. The cotton candy is sitting out, and she grabs it and she just opens it and starts eating it. She just locked eyes with me, and for some reason, when we locked eyes, for some reason, I just felt like I just shrunk completely into myself. Literally, like I felt really, really dry. She's looking at me and she's eating the cotton candy. And I tell her, I said, hey, you have to pay for that before you open and eat it. And she was just like, this long line, I'm not finna wait. And she was like really being very aggressive with me when I was just trying to tell her what you're not supposed to do. And she knew that she wasn't supposed to do it. Other people are just looking at her crazy, and while she's just looking at me, and it's a very aggressive, like, you're not gonna do anything about it type of look. And this is look like a 70-year-old woman. She walks back over, constantly looking at me, and while she's standing in line eating the cotton candy, as I'm finishing the transaction with the person ahead of the little boy, they both walk up while she's holding the cotton candy. And then I asked her, hey, what would you like to get? And then she was just very, very aggressive with how she was speaking to me, and just like really giving me a lot of eye contact, and it was making me nervous at that time because I felt like I could not look inside this woman's eyes. It was very, very like a dark, evil presence. People make orders at Chuck E. Cheese, and they order for the pizza and the tokens and stuff like that. You give them a tray, you give them napkins, you give them spoons, forks, knives, and a plate and plates. So I piled all of that onto the tray. And then she said, I don't like my paper towels on top of my plates. You need to throw away them plates and the napkins that you put on top. Redo it. And I just looked at her for like 5 seconds. And then I said, of course. And then I threw out everything that she asked me to throw away. I put the napkins underneath the plate. Then she said, I don't want my napkins touching the tray. And I'm just like, okay, so where do you want me to put the napkins? And then she was like, do you have a problem with me? And I said no. And at that point, I was a teenager. I didn't know that she was an energy vampire. But when she asked me, when I said no, I don't have a problem, and then she just looked at me like, and it was just, her eyes had so much darkness in them. So I said, where do you want me to put the napkins? And she pointed, and then I put the napkins there. I finished up her transaction, and for some reason, when she walked away, I wanted to cry so bad. Like, I wanted to cry because of the amount of emotional and energetic drainage that I felt. I was just like,
that's definitely an energy vampire.
Now, y'all, I was at work today, and one of my coworkers was like, they built a portal downtown. And I'm like, oh, really? A portal? And they say it's for art, okay? But where they built it at is in a very isolated area, and it is not, you don't see no other art around it, right? It's just the only thing by itself. So, check this out. Y'all see this? Now, I'm finna go up here and show y'all, because it's like it's on some type of hill, like a mound. That's energy. And what y'all gotta understand is I think it's more to this. And he said it was built out of electricity and earth. The energy has been really high here in the Midwest. And that's what it takes to open up a portal. And I believe it's much more to this portal than they are telling us. Now I'm finna show y'all, it's on some type of hill, like I said, a mound. See, look at this. Energy, wow. Ooh. This is my thoughts, right?
Y'all know that we used to have portals like this that existed everywhere. And they took a lot of these portals down and put them up, okay? Because they couldn't walk through these portals. And these portals work off your genetics. Just my thoughts. What if they claiming that this is some type of art, right? But what if it's bigger than that? What if they finna start putting these portals back out, and because the energy has increased on the planet and they know what's coming, and they thinking that if we open them up, they can get through. But it's based off genetics. They're not gonna be able to make it through these portals. And so just my thoughts, like, what if they are putting these out here claiming that they are art, but they are not just art, they are real portals? Because why would you build something like this in an isolated area on a hill that looked like a mound? Make it make sense. And these mounds are energy, and these mounds are a connection between the physical realm and the spiritual world. So you got a portal sitting right on top of some type of hill, and you telling me that this is just art? It's something much more to this portal. And I believe that they are putting these portals back out. And they're going to try to say it's art. But in all actuality, these are real portals. And I don't care what nobody say. They putting these back out because they know what's finna get ready to happen. And they know that the energy has increased on the planet. And that's what's going to open these portals up. But what they don't know is a lot of them are not making it through these portals because it's based off your genetics. I have to come down here to see this for myself. Tell me what you guys think about this. What's your thoughts on this?
Them portals, they know what they're doing. They trying to use it as like an energy source, you know? You gotta think about it. The people that's in charge, man, they really, I don't even think they really want to be here for real. They just, I feel like they got stuck here. That's what happened. I feel like they got stuck here.
So have you ever been dancing to Usher in the rain? Letting the rain get all in your mouth and your eyes? Let's take a trip on our magic school bus to see what's inside of the water. Oh wow, twerking rice. They have a whole micro colony civilization inside of a raindrop. Wow, can y'all see that? It's a hair conglomerate monster. No cap, like a whole nother universe is inside of one raindrop. And just because we can't see it, that does not mean that it's not there. And also for those who want to take a sip of the cloud nectar, remember, it's a reason why we purify it before we take a gulp. Because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want these beings having a party inside of your body. They're having a whole family reunion inside of a raindrop. Hey, no, seriously, we just watched the Mucinex Booger family reunion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what's inside the rain.
Do y'all think bacteria got its own matrix? Because I remember that commercial he just talked about, like with the boogers and nasty. But do y'all think bacteria got its own like matrix and they got like, you know, their own little world? I think so. I think that's definitely possible. That's like a whole nother universe for real.
So scientists have come across this new material or substance that is made out of 99% air, y'all. They are calling it aerogel. Look at this, y'all. This thing literally is air or gas trapped in some type of square that basically has weight to it. 99% air, right? Look at it. It's literally fireproof. Check this out. Look at that. The person's not even getting burnt, right? They're trying to see what type of noise, like how loud it is when it slams on the floor. Look, the water's going right through it. Check this out. He coats it all over his hands and he becomes repellent to water. He's able to repel water. Look at that. Now I wonder what the hell is that going to do to his body, because I'm sure it's getting absorbed into his skin. But yeah, I don't know if it was discovered or made in a lab, but here it is sitting in that cube and it comes out in the shape of a cube, because I guess it's like water. It takes the shape of whatever it's in. But this is amazing, man. That's that guy that's always on the show with what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson. But what do you guys make of this, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times.
That's strange. I've never seen that like that.
This AI
how are reptilians able to shapeshift and keep a human body figure? And they gave us this, y'all. Now you can't see the words and shit, right? But you can see how illustrated it could be, right? It could be. People, I zoomed in a little bit. Look at this. Look, y'all, look at the details that it give you, though. This is how I think that they be knowing. I mean, it's artificial intelligence, right? It's supposed to know everything, or it's supposed to know most of this shit, right? So look at that. Bro, they literally gave like hands. What's that, like the something? Hey, bro. So I really been wondering, like, these AI photos, are they just made up photos, or are they pulling it out of an archive or something and adding its own little touch to it? I mean, it's AI. Like, what if this is a real thing? Listen, we're always seeing pictures like this, yo. You know what I mean? It's just always a what if, you feel me? Just open your mind up a little bit, yo. Because this could literally be truth in plain sight. Oh, AI. How would you know what's AI or not?
Y'all, I never seen a donkey before.
Well, I was having a hard time. Can you open this up for me?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I couldn't get that open.
yeah, they get me sometimes too.
They get you sometimes. I've just been having a hard time, especially these last few days.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get them open. Put it on my head.
On your head?
Yeah, because I've been having a hard time. Just.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just been having a hard time. Just go ahead.
Just put it on my head.
Put it all the way down over my face.
Okay.
Yeah. Now put the other one on me.
Bro,
Yeah.
Calvin's crazy, man. What is you doing?
Don't play now.
Huh?
Don't play now.
No, I wanted you to rip me out the plastic.
Bitch.
I'm acting brand new.
Okay.
Well, I was having a hard time.
Don't play down.
Your brain is actually a radio. Just like a radio, your brain is constantly transmitting and receiving frequencies. The thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, they're all signals sent out into the world, attracting experiences that match your frequency. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you're tuning into a low frequency, attracting more negativity. But when you tune your brain to higher frequencies, gratitude, abundance, love, you start attracting those things into your life. Tune into abundance, tune into love, and watch what you attract. Your brain is a radio, and you have the power to change the station. Tune into any frequency you want with the InnerTune app. Click our bio link for access.
Alright, y'all, man. That was a good 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright, I'm gonna try to make these videos back longer, but I really gotta be careful, as y'all know. But I'm thinking about making a Discord, so if you guys want to send me some clips and stuff I can react to, I'm gonna put the link to the Discord in the descriptions down below. So check the description. There should be a Discord in there. I'm gonna make sure I add that. I'll make sure I do that right after this video. I'm gonna make sure I go do that, add a Discord in there. You guys can join up and send some clips in there. Wherever you know, whatever you find on the internet, you see something strange, something like, or someone says something that was like motivational, or just send it in the Discord. Okay, so the link should be in the description down below. Check it. All right, with all that being said, you guys have a good rest of your night, your day, whatever time it is for you. You have a good rest of your time, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.